Good morning from Phuket. On the way to get some breakfast, as you do. Right, first stop is that beautiful sky. Yep. There you go. Breakfast is just a few pedals away. See the monks doing their arms round. On the wife's bike, it's got a basket. See, it's funny going back to the UK and, you know, if you're riding a bike, then you've got to be dressed a certain way. You know, all your expensive gear with your streamlined helmets and your funny shoes and your your skin-tight shorts. You all look bloody ridiculous. Just, you know, oh, and everyone's wearing high-vis these days. You know, even bloody dogs are wearing high-vis jackets. Anyway, yeah. You don't care here, you see. You can dress how you want, ride what kind of bike you want, ride what kind of car you want. You've just got to go about your daily business, haven't you? You know? Good morning. Hello, flat earthers, researchers, debaters and debunkers. On a bit of a roll here, just wanted to kind of like just get it out, you know, the things been on my mind since the whole realization that gravity is a complete fallacy. Now I've forgotten what I was going to say. Damn. Hang on, it'll come back. Hello, flat earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. See, ultimately, what flat earth will lead to is a peaceful existence on this earth, because once
it's common knowledge of the whole kind of what is clearly a magnetic-based system, energy, perpetual motion, is free energy. Flat Earth is a step to free energy. This whole sticking the heliocentric belief in our faces all the time makes us think that we are at the boundaries of our knowledge, and there's this kind of with the kind of the physics that is kind of set in stone. It doesn't let you go any further, really. These that's it. Okay, well, then we'll talk about going to Mars and the moon. Once upon a time we talked about going to the moon, and now that's just we don't go there anymore. No live streaming video from the moon. Oh, we could reflect a laser off the moon. The reflectors they left there. Come on. When did they ever do any testing of how far did they get with their testing firing rockets in vacuums and things like that? We didn't see any of that. They just did it. Boom, up they went. No problem at all. All because of math. Load of rubbish. Anyway, but that's what they're hiding, right? They're hiding free energy. Because once it's common knowledge how everything works on a magnet, and we've got the North Pole and whatever, everything spinning around in perpetual motion, then there's some great physicists working on some fantastic things. Very, very, very simple stuff, really. But just takes, a lot of effort, time and money to put together. And these guys never get any funding. The only guys that get funding are the ones that go along with the standard thing. You study physics or whatever you study at school, and then university, and as long as you can repeat the stuff they tell you got to know, then you pass, and then you carry on. There's people looking for gravitational waves and things like that, and what they're doing in CERN, what the hell they think they're doing in there, I have no idea. But as usual, you've got scientists smashing things up, thinking that's how you find out how they work. It's just beyond stupid. I mean, it's flow, it's cycles, it's flow. But they've got this CERN thing going on, and all they're trying to do is smash things together, because that's how they think the universe begins and ends. Oh, it's just it's nuts. It's bloody nuts. Just look around. It's cycles. Cycles of whatever, life and decay, and that decay turns back into life. Everything feeds off everything else. Had a comment from an atheist, and we had a very brief exchange, but all cordial. And okay, his idea was, because there's no evidence of a God. Well, Exhibit A is yourself, for a start. And Exhibit B is everything else on this planet that works in harmony to exist. I mean, come on! The leaves on a tree, the petals on a flower, the bees that feed on it, the wind that blows, that supports their wings, if you can't see the beauty in the harmony, just feel sorry for you, really. It's a shame. And then, you know, okay. Do you want to try and answer the big question? What's the meaning of life? To have time. Our most precious, most valuable resource is time. And with our free will, we can do what we want with our time. The time given to us. That's as much as you can really say on a very practical level, just because of the fact that we're here existing, is that what we have is time. Without time, you have eternity. So to have an experience, a physical experience, you have to have time. So, all-knowing, omnipresent consciousness gets bored, wants a different perspective on life. So it creates life. And you have to have time. Have to have time. So that's what we are given when we are born onto this earth. But there's a bunch of people who are doing their damnedest to waste all our time, to give us hardly any time. Rush. Rush to get up to school. Rush to go and do your job so you can afford to get the kids to a decent school. You know, sometimes people look at maybe other cultures, especially in hot countries, well, like Thailand. Sometimes people think they're lazy. No, they're not. I mean, gosh, when it's time to do the essential stuff like the harvesting, the planting, the rice, the work in the fields, the stuff that really matters to feed the nation. They have a saying in Thailand that one grain of rice is a bead of sweat. Every grain of rice is a bead of sweat from the farmer. You know, that's work. And if you don't have your rice for a day or so, then things start looking pretty bad. Yeah? Food, medicine, shelter. Those are the essentials, aren't they? Yeah? So, you know, these people in the rice bowl of the world who are contributing their time and effort to ensure the rest of the world gets fed are wonderful people. They're not lazy and they're not stupid either. What, because they might be uneducated, they might not have gone through the indoctrination that most of us have been through. Like I've said before, you know, the farmers here, they rely on the sun, the moon, its phases, they know it like the backs of their hands. You know, they have their ceremonies, their festivals, their harvests, their planting times. It's all done by the moon and the sun. And they have festivals to pay respect to the water and to the moon and what have you. Rahu is very prominent figure as well. And this is where you've got the crossover of astronomy and astrology. But of course in the West it's been belittled. Astrology has been kind of relegated to the funnies in the newspaper, you know. Why are we here? Why are we here? What are we doing here? We're having an experience. Every moment we have a choice. We can choose how we feel about things, react to things. Yeah. The meaning of life is to experience being human, have a physical experience, and consciousness does that. It can have, you know, a billion different points of view and perspectives. So then, of course, you come into what's right and wrong. Maybe there is no right and wrong. You go and do something really bad, then to someone or something, then you're going to suffer for it. In this existence, during your time here, whether it's regret, whether it's even if you don't care or don't feel that what you've done is bad, if you've created a negative vibe, well, that negativity is going to persist and perpetuate, resonate somehow. You know, we might not even recognize when we have our bad karma from some bad thing we did. But if we're gonna spend our lives being aggressive, demanding that things are done in a certain way, or to our liking, the way we want it, well then, you know, you're not accepting that there are a billion different ways to do something. No right or wrong. But again, you know, it's this the Western mindset, and this is talking from personal experience, from coming to Thailand when I was still quite young, and you know, trying to integrate into a completely different culture. But even though I thought I had an open mind to start with, you know, that you're still carrying all that baggage and conditioning from your formative years. And of course, you know, it might be something like, you know, people giggling as they cross the road, and you think to yourself, what are they doing? Why are they laughing? They should be taking this seriously. This is dangerous, crossing the road, you know. Just, you know, stuff like that. I mean, there's a light-heartedness with the Thais that you have to get into, or otherwise you're the only one. You're going to be there getting all stressed out and banging your head against a brick wall trying to tell them that they've got to be more serious about life. When, you know, they're the enlightened ones. They already get it. They already understand that you're here do your karma, you know, to live out your karma, whatever shape or form that might take. That's what you're here for. Whether it was a choice we made before we arrived, who knows? But the point is that it's the here and now. You deal with it, and there's a certain amount of acceptance that this is your lot. If you want to get jealous of other people and their money or their power or something like that, well, then you are suffering. If you're jealous, or you think something's not fair, or it shouldn't be this way or shouldn't be that way, or you know, well, you're suffering, because your point of view is creating an emotion in you. Yeah. And well, you still got choice. You can decide whether something makes you angry or whatever, you know. And that's it, isn't it? You make these personal choices as you go along through life. The only thing we really know exists is our time on this plane. What a wonderful world it is.